So the first thing we're going to make is the potato latkes. Now, everybody loves potato latkes, especially on Hanukkah, and they're just around the corner. So we're going to start with good ingredients. If you want to make good food, you have to start with good ingredients. So over here we have some Yukon Gold potatoes. The second main ingredient in potato latkes are onions. Now I like Spanish onions. That's generally the more sweeter onions as you're cooking them. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to grate the onions. Okay, I've got one medium-sized onion. I'm going to finish grating this up. Try not to have big chunks in there. I'm going to go ahead and grate those 3 potatoes for every 1 onion. Okay, that's the last one. Make sure to get all those nice potatoes out of there. That's it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to add the seasoning and the flavors. I'm going to add one of my favorite seasonings for potato latkes. This over here is celery salt. It's a nice celery, clean, light flavor. So I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of that in there. I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. I like the Morton brand. And about a half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Now, one ingredient which most people might be surprised to see that I put in my potato latkes is baking powder. Baking powder helps it very light and fluffy, and that's what we all like in our potato latkes. That's one of the secrets they do in the restaurants. About 1/4 of a teaspoon in there. Okay. And now we're going to add 4 eggs. So we have 3 potatoes, 1 onion, and 4 eggs. We checked the eggs before. That goes right in. Okay, and now the last and most important ingredient is the flour. That's going to help bind everything together. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of flour in. So 1 tablespoon per potato. Okay, now we've got all of our ingredients in there. Now we're going to mix it all up. Now you might feel like you have a very wet base to work with, but that's okay. That's what you want. When you have a wet base of a potato latke mixture, that means you're going to have a very moist latke. And I'm going to pour about 1 cup of oil in there. But we're going to take the latkes with our hands. We're going to squeeze just a little bit of that liquid out. We're going to make little rough patties, you could say, and carefully put them in the oil. So I've got over here about a medium-sized potato latke. Now I'm going to slowly, in front of the oil, very slowly, watching your fingers, let it drop in. Don't crowd your pan. That's something you want to avoid doing. The more mixture you put in your pan, the colder the oil gets, and it's not an even temperature. If you see your potato browning too fast, lower the heat because you don't want it to just burn and inside be raw. That's one thing you want to avoid. It's going to take between 2 and 3 minutes each side. Remember, on a medium heat. Now remember, when you have the temperature of the oil at the right temperature, your potato latke is not going to drink all that oil. So don't be intimidated by all that oil. Let some of the oil drip out and move it onto the paper towel. Now these potato latkes are going to sit for another minute. We're going to let some of the oil get absorbed out. We're going to taste them. We're going to do a little plating of the potato latkes to show you how you can present it on your table. So I got some homemade applesauce over here. This is a nice mixture of red golden apples. We got some lemon juice in there. The secret ingredient is actually cranberries. Not a lot of people will know that. Some cinnamon in there for some nice kick in the back. So we're going to dial this in a little bit. If you guys want to know the recipe for this one over here, you can check it out at kosherscript.com. And this over here is some nice creamy sour cream. You can put a little chives in here. You can put a little grated cucumber in there. Sky's the limit with this one. Nice dollop right on top. So there we go. That's Hanukkah for you. Happy holidays. Gotta love the holidays.